Hello everyone! I'd like to share with you some interesting facts about Georgia, a little country in the South Caucasus. It's in Eastern Europe. I lived in this country for 26 years and my family now lives there. And it's a beautiful country. I visited my son and my grandchildren last year. And I want to share with you, to tell you interesting facts about Georgia. For a small country, Georgia has incredible amount to offer. Stunning landscapes, natural areas for outdoor activities, delicious food, very unique food, wine, yes, its vibrant city, the capital, Tbilisi, and incredible history of Georgia and culture, antique, ancient. What is interesting about Georgia country? Georgia was a home for the first Europeans. The oldest human skulls in the Caucasus belonging to the 1.8 million year old couple called Zizia and Mzia. They called them like this. And these skulls were found during an archaeological expedition in Dmanisi in mountains. They are seen as an important link between African and European ancestors. You will find the deepest cave in the world. It's in Georgia. If you're fascinated by caves, you should definitely not leave Georgia out of your travel plans. The Western Caucasus is home for the Verikna Cave, which is considered to be the deepest cave in the world, with a depth of 2,212 meters. Yes, Georgia is believed to be the cradle of wine. The mild climate and winds from the nearby Black Sea makes it very good atmosphere and climate to grow wine, to grow grape. But did you know that the tradition of winemaking in Georgia is more than 8,000 years? It was actually an accident how people started to make wine. The local people, they put grape juice, underneath, under the earth in big bowls made of clay. Yes, and they wanted to protect it during winter, but in spring they couldn't believe it was something different rather than juice. It was wine. So Georgians started to make wine. Yes. Also, Georgia is home for the highest settlement in Europe. Georgia is a mountainous country. No wonder many towns there are up the hills, up the mountains. The villages Bochora and Ushguli are considered to be the highest permanently inhabited villages in Europe. They are located at the altitude of 2,345 meters. It's almost 2.5 kilometers. And 2,100 meters for another village, Ushguti. Yes. As well, I want to tell you that Georgian language is unique. You cannot find any language like Georgian. They have special sounds which no language in the world has. And Georgian language does not belong to Indo-European family of languages like other languages like English, German, Russian, and other. But Georgian is unique because it was protected by mountains. So they did not mix with other nations' languages. Yes, and writing is very different. So I studied Georgian in university. I speak a little bit, but not so good. But I can read, I can understand maybe 70% of the language. And my grandchildren speak Georgian, and my son speaks Georgian and Russian as well. Georgian, which is historically strongly influenced by Greek and Persian, is one of the oldest languages in the world. It even has its own alphabet with 33 letters. Moreover, Georgian does not use gender or capital letters. The language has not changed much during its long history. have not changed. That's why children at school can easily read text from the 15th century because they have no problems understanding the old words. Also, I want to tell you that Georgians love hosting people. They are very warm. They are very kind-hearted people. They can invite you in their house easily. They will feed you. They will give you bed to sleep overnight. They simply love foreigners. They love tourists. They love people, guests who come into their house. And the guest is like the king. Everything for the guest, yes. You have, if you have not visited Georgia before, you probably will be surprised how warm and how hosting are the people in Georgia. Yes, and that is why Georgians treat guests like God sent by God. Yes, it's not rare for a taxi driver to give you something like fruit or any other gift in the end of your journey, or for hotel staff to invite you for a glass of wine, of local wine. They can invite you, so you will be probably surprised how kind and how generous are these people. That's why I suggest you to visit this country. It's really, you will never regret if you go to Georgia. In one day, you can go from the Black Sea to the highest mountains. It's such a small country. It's about 600 kilometers, and you can look at the beaches by the sea. At the same time, you can go up by helicopter to the highest top of mountains, and you will find that it's amazing nature. People who live in mountains, they produce unique kinds of cheese. You have to try this cheese. It's outstanding, all natural, organic, grown on the high level in the high mountains. It has no chemicals, of course. That's why I invite you to go to Georgia and to try this beautiful food and to get known to Georgian nature, traditions, habits, culture. Look around and you will really be amazed. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.